Well, welcome to the 74th Franklin A. Polk Public Servants Merit Awards Program. I'm Carter Strang. I'm a partner at the law firm of Tucker Ellis, and this year very proud and honored to be president of the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Foundation. We're so happy to have so many of you participating in today's program via Zoom. It's kind of the silver lining to the challenges posed by COVID. We're also happy that we were able to have the honorees and their guests and those that nominated them here at the CMBA offices, and you'll be hearing from many of them shortly. On behalf of the Bar Foundation, I want to thank those that made today's event possible. And they include our Public Servant Committee, our Foundation's committee, and that was chaired ably by Mike Riley, who you'll be hearing from at the end of the program. And of course, I want to thank Jacob Cronenberg, who you'll be hearing from. He's our MC for this event, and he's been doing a magnificent job at that for many, many years. The foundation, the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Foundation, is the fundraising arm of the Bar Association, and it provides needed financial support for the Bar Association's many award-winning community programs and programs that actually help improve the lives of our area students. This event recognizes and renews the very close ties that the Bar Association and the Foundation have with the courts by honoring those that make the courts function day in and day out. It's a special event to me as well. I was a public servant, as were my parents, and I'm well aware that all too often, public servants don't receive the recognition they richly deserve. It's also special to me because as a trial attorney, I've seen firsthand the dedication and professionalism displayed by our court's public servants. And of course, recently they've been doing so under particularly challenging circumstances. I hope the honorees liked the added little wrinkle we added this year. Mike Riley and I traveled all over Greater Cleveland and Akron, putting congratulatory lawn signs on our honorees' front yards as a visual reminder of how proud we are of them. Again, congratulations.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to welcome those who are here, the honorees and their nominators, and I want to thank Carter for his introduction. Carter in particular deserves special recognition. In addition to serving as this year's president of the Metropolitan Bar Foundation, Carter has a tremendous history of service to the bar. He served as president of the Bar Association in 2012, and he also helped found one of my favorite programs, the Lewis Stokes Scholars Program, a pipeline program founded by the foundation that is opening doors of opportunity for graduates of local public schools, particularly Cleveland and East Cleveland. I've had the privilege in many years of having a Stokes Scholar as an intern in my office, and I believe that it's a great program and it should be applauded, and thank Carter for doing that. But we're here today not just to thank Carter, but also to honor a number of folks. Every year, city, county, state, federal courts, clerks of courts, and other offices of the government are asked to nominate a non-elected employee in recognition of their years of outstanding service to the profession, the legal profession, the general public, and our justice system. I've been saying for a lot of years that without these people, none of us could do our job. The Merit Awards are given for long and faithful service, devotion to duty, wise counsel, patience, and assistance to the public, and as I say, members of the bench and bar of the community. This plan to honor public servants has been in place since 1947, when a past president of the Cuyahoga County Bar Association, Raymond Metzner, had the idea of honoring these servants, and with the assistance of another past president, Franklin Polk, who served as continuous chairman until 1986, and maintained participation in the program until he passed away in 1991, we have honored every year somewhere between 7 and 10 or 11 folks for years and years of service, generally a minimum of 20 years. And all of these folks are honored in particular in concrete fashion, well really it's more metal fashion, by being placed on a plaque in the entrance of the Cuyahoga County Courthouse at Ontario and Lakeside. And I encourage each of you at some point, even though it's not the easiest building to get into beyond this place, but to go into the foyer of that building and take a look at the plaque and see all of the folks who have preceded the honorees today. And the honorees today will be on that plaque in short order. Now, those of you who attend public servants on a regular basis know that we would be sitting together in a hotel ballroom, many people enjoying a delightful luncheon of chicken Caesar salad with their friends, their families, their co-workers. Many people would be here as past honorees, some of those folks whose names are on the plaque in the Cuyahoga County Courthouse. We're a little different this year, but what else is new? We've all spent 6 months being a little different or a lot different. And in order to allow this event to continue, we have maintained good social distancing so that the few folks who are here today with the honorees and their nominators can participate and be honored for their service, and the rest of you are having us appear on Zoom and Facebook. And for those of you who just haven't had enough of this show after it's done, you can re-review it on the bar's YouTube channel. In addition, one of the things that I often do at the beginning of ceremonies is to name a number of people, whether they are sponsors or otherwise, but this year in particular is to sponsors, despite the fact that for many years many organizations, including my own firm, have provided sponsorship for this event. This year the committee and the bar determined that there would be a single sponsor, and that is the firm of Tucker Ellis, Carter's firm, and I think it's a great tribute to them for that law firm that has been very helpful and supportive of the bar to support their partner, Carter Strang. Thank you, Tucker Ellis. And today, we're about to honor 11 people. You'll be able to look at their biographies in greater detail if you go to the online program, but we'll be hearing live from them in a few minutes. We'll be hearing from their nominators or their nominators' representative, and we hope that you will, if you happen to see one of these folks after today, give them your own congratulations for their public service. I know that the Bar Association and the Bar Foundation are grateful for their service and are glad to be able to honor them. And now, let's hear from Judge Sheehan, who is here by video today.
It is my distinct privilege to introduce Tom Arnott as the court's 2020 Franklin A. Polk Public Servant Merit Award winner. I do want to say how sad I am I cannot be there with Tom today. A close friend of mine passed away unexpectedly, and his funeral is happening today. Tom has quietly led a department that is involved in nearly every project that touches this court. This year, COVID-19 stressed the limits of technology everywhere, and the court was no different. But our IT department, led by Tom, rose to the challenge. What they have done in the past 6 months is nothing less than astonishing. We have recently upgraded all our courtrooms with large mobile TVs known as Mondo pads. Essentially computers with screens large enough to watch Browns games on. They're 80-inch screens. Again, Tom and his team were more up to the task and accomplished this goal. As you might assume, with someone who works elbow deep in technology, Tom's soft-spoken. When I told him that I was nominating him for this award, I think Tom's biggest concern was having to get up in front of people to accept it. I think Tom will tell you that his most important accomplishments were asking his wife Linda to marry him and then raising their daughter Jen. As John F. Kennedy once said, "Let the public service be a proud and lively career." To Tom, I say that he can certainly be proud of his career. He has kept this court at the forefront of technology. He has figuratively held our hands when we've become frustrated with change. He has protected our data from cyber attacks with the mindset of a warrior. Quite simply, Tom Arnott has always been our calm in the eye of this technology hurricane. He is dedicated, he is thorough, he is a public servant. And he is Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court's 2020 Franklin A. Polk Merit recipient. Congratulations, Tom.
Thank you, Judge Sheehan, for nominating me to receive this award. I'm truly humbled and honored. I wanted to start by thanking the previous administrative and presiding judges that I've had the opportunity to serve under. Judge Richard McMonagle, Judge Nancy McDonald, Judge Nancy First, and Judge John Russo. It was an honor and pleasure to serve under each of you. I want to thank all of the judges of Common Pleas Court that I've been so fortunate to serve under. I would also like to thank the court administrators that I've had the chance to work with, Mr. William Danko, who gave me the opportunity all those years ago, Judge Thomas Picorni, who taught me to always keep a positive attitude, and Mr. Gregory Popovich, whose support has allowed me to accomplish so many of the things that we needed to accomplish. I also want to thank Deputy Court Administrators Andrea Canast and Chris Russ for always being available when needed and providing direction and assistance. Thank you. Enough cannot be said for all of my coworkers over the years. It's because of them that I am receiving this award today. I am truly thankful to each and every one of them. They are the reason for my success. I'd also like to thank my wonderful wife, my beautiful daughter for all the support they've given me over the years. And finally, I'd like to thank the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Foundation for sponsoring this event. And I'd like to close by saying I'm truly proud to be a public servant, and I'm extremely proud to have been nominated to receive this award. And again, a heartfelt thank you to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Our next award was nominated by Judge Michelle Early of the Cleveland Municipal Court. Here is Judge Early to present her nominee, who I've known for a lot of years, Magistrate Gregory Clifford. We go back a long time. Greg, I'm glad to see you up here finally. Judge Early.
Good afternoon. I'd like to start off by thanking the Bar Association for having this event. I know we're at a different time and it's a little difficult for hosting this, and I too enjoy having the camaraderie and having people come and congratulate people who have dedicated their lives to service. And I appreciate that even though we're doing things a little bit differently, that we have decided to not cancel and just at least kind of figure out a way to still honor the people who have dedicated their lives to public service. So I thank the Bar Association for doing that. Again, I'm Judge Early, the administrative and presiding judge of the Cleveland Municipal Court. On behalf of my fellow judges and the Cleveland Municipal Court family, I'd like to congratulate Chief Magistrate Greg Clifford on receiving the Franklin A. Polk Public Servants Award. This high honor is only bestowed on employees who have demonstrated devotion to the public through outstanding service. This basically defines Chief Magistrate Greg Clifford. Chief Magistrate Clifford came to the court in 1986, when magistrates were still called referees. He became Chief Magistrate and the head of the Magistrate Department in 2001. Chief Magistrate Clifford indicates the title of his biography would be Mentoring Across a Lifetime, and that he has done. His service at the Cleveland Municipal Court included mentoring everyone, from law clerks to magistrates, and always providing leadership and guidance to the court. His mentorship does not stop with the court. His mentoring continued through the Cleveland Martial Law Alumni Association, where he received the Distinguished Alumni Award. He has served as past president for both the Norman S. Minor Bar Association and the Ohio Association of Magistrates. Again, it is my honor to bestow this award to you, Chief Magistrate Gregory Clifford.
Thank you. Good to see you, Jake. First and foremost, I give praise and thanks and honor to the Lord God Almighty for his divine support and guidance for all of my undertakings. It has truly been my pleasure to dedicate my career in service to the people in this community. I want to express my love and appreciation for my parents who would have been so proud to see this day. I want to thank the members of my family, my friends, and my pastor who have joined me today for their encouragement and support. My gratitude and thanks especially goes out to my beautiful wife, Karen, for her love and support and understanding of my need to go the extra mile, give back, and try to make a difference in service to our community. I am pleased to express my gratitude to the Honorable Michelle D. Early, Administrative and Presiding Judge of the world-class Cleveland Municipal Court, for nominating me to receive this award in recognition of my many years of loyal and dedicated service to the mission of the court, and my appreciation to the wonderful associate judges of our court who continue to entrust me to be their chief magistrate. I would like to thank all of the other administrators and employees of the Cleveland Municipal Court who work collaboratively with me to help our judges provide outstanding level of public service with pride, and our attentions and our accomplishments. I am immensely gratified to receive this public recognition from the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Foundation for the work I truly enjoy performing for our community. The Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Foundation and the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association have been making a terrific impact on our community with the many programs and initiatives offered for legal professionals and the community at large, especially those implemented this year to address racial injustice. I would like to offer my congratulations to my fellow honorees who all work hard to help keep our justice system running smoothly, in spite of some of the unique challenges faced on a regular basis. We are fortunate to serve some very fine individuals in our courts, and at times we can be pushed to the edge of our patience by others who take great strides to be difficult to engage with. But that is the nature of being a public servant. We are here to help everyone navigate the procedures, rules, and laws governing our courts, and to do so with a smile. I know that we all appreciate the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar for this recognition, and I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you for all that you do for our community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Greg. Thank you very much, Greg, and thank you, Judge Early. Our next honoree is from the Cuyahoga County Domestic Relations Court, one of the few courts that will let me appear regularly. Presenting the nominee of the court, Anita Cox, is the administrative judge, Judge Leslie Ann Celebrezzi. Judge Celebrezzi.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It is with great pleasure that I join you here today to present the 74th Annual Franklin A. Polk Public Service Merit Award on behalf of the Domestic Relations Court to Anita Cox. I can tell you that Anita Cox is one of the most deserving people of this award. With that being said, Anita is Judge Palos' scheduler, so I'm going to defer to the judge and let her say a few words about Anita. Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So, Anita has been my scheduler since 2009. When we started our docket, it was new to both of us, and it was a big task to learn about the cases. She never complained about the long days and the huge effort it took to set every single case during the first 6 weeks of the term to determine its status. From that time forward, she has worked just as diligently and just as tirelessly every day. Not only does she have an amazing work ethic and an ability to organize and manage files, motions, and meetings, but she is the most pleasant person I have ever worked with, in fact, I have ever known. Anita answers the phone or greets people graciously with every single person. It's extraordinary given that many of the people that call are extremely agitated and their demeanor is not entirely pleasant.
And that's just the lawyers.
Several times over the years, after a call has been transferred to me, the first thing the caller says to me is that, wow, she's a gem. Who's that person that answered the phone? Anita is friendly, but firm when necessary, and it doesn't matter who the person is or what their concern is. On the phone or in person, she greets everyone with a smile. No matter what is happening in her life, she is pleasant and upbeat, which is infectious. Coming to work every day with her has been a lesson in kindness and unselfishness for me and everyone who has worked with her. Thank you. Congratulations,
Thank you, Judge.
Anita.
Ms. Cox.
Thank you so much. It is an honor, privilege, and a blessing to be in this moment today. Thank you, Judge Celebrezzi, for nominating me, and all the domestic relations judges for doing a great job at the courthouse. I thank the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association for sponsoring this wonderful event each year. And I thank my loving family, friends, and also my co-workers, whom I miss, and the attorneys, and the public. I truly miss you all during this pandemic. And I thank my family for their continued support. And as my dad always say, to God be the glory. Thank you so much for this nomination. I truly appreciate it. Thank you all.
Congratulations, Anita. And what Judge Palos said, I think, was uncharacteristically for her an understatement of how good a person Anita Cox is. And I thoroughly second. And one of the things that we're missing this year is a bunch of judges who I would have introduced to you long since, but thank you, Judge Palos, for helping to honor Anita Cox. Our next nominee comes from the Cleveland Municipal Court Housing Division. Judge Mona Scott has nominated Magistrate Myra Torrain Embry, and I apologize to anyone for mangling their names. Judge Scott.
Thank you. I'd be remiss if I didn't say Monet.
Thank you.
You know, I first met Deputy Chief Myra Embry, and boy, does that sound good. When I first ascended to the bench as the new housing court judge this past January, I needed to establish my leadership team. And so I selected her to be my deputy chief magistrate. It was because when I first met her, it was when I was a law clerk in 2003 with Cleveland Municipal Court, the Cleveland Prosecutor's Office. And I met her at a lunch, and I learned that she was a alumni from a prestigious all-women's historically black college university school, Spelman, and that it was located in my hometown. I went on to get to know Deputy Chief Embry a little bit more in the public servant circuit when she led the housing clinics and the landlord clinics, when she was training landlords how to be better landlords in the city of Cleveland. She is one of my proud picks to have on the staff and on my leadership team. During this time of COVID-19, she has assisted the court with policies and procedures when dealing with evictions and how to deal with those heavy caseloads that we see every day. So I'm so honored and so happy that she was selected to win this award. When she started with Housing Court, August 7th, 2020, and she just celebrated her 20th year anniversary. I think it's a well needed award, and we're happy to have her. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you to my God and the rock of my salvation. But for my God, I would not be here today. I also want to say thank you, Judge Scott. Thank you to Chief Magistrate Tracy Gonzalez for nominating me for this award. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to lead and to try to make housing court even better than what it is right now. I want to also thank, and this is for the people who are the reason that I stand before you today, the people who have always supported me, who have always been in my side, by my corner, who have made me who I am today, and that is my beautiful family who is sitting in the auditorium with you today, my beautiful husband, my awesome sister, my wonderful father, my aunt who has been my best friend for as long as I can remember, my mother-in-law. Thank you so much for being here to support me. I really look at it as an honor to be able to be a public servant. It was something that when I was in high school, I really even at that time thought that I didn't want to necessarily work for myself. I wanted to serve. I wanted to serve people. There are so many needs out there, so many things that we as people can give back. So many people pour into us, we give back. And I consider it an honor to be able to serve the public, to serve the court, to serve my family, to serve God. And I'm not sure how long I have on this earth. Hopefully it's a very, very, very long time. But what I can say is that if I leave this earth tomorrow, I know that I will have fulfilled the purpose that God has given to me. And I'm so thankful that I was able to do it, and I would do it all over again. Thank you.
Thank you, Magistrate Embry. Our next presenter is from the Federal Public Defender's Office for the Northern District of Ohio, Mr. Stephen Newman, to present his nominee, Laura Watling Jones.
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Newman. I'm the Federal Defender for the Northern District of Ohio, and it's my privilege today to introduce Ms. Laura Jones, our Administrative Officer. Those of you who know me, it will come as no surprise for you to hear me say that what we do at the Federal Defender's Office is important. Certainly it's important to the indigent men and women who come to us for help when they can't afford an attorney. And when you see a member of my staff in federal court performing as well as they always do, what you may not see is what's happening behind the scenes. And that's where Laura Jones thrives. No degree of success, nothing that we do on behalf of any of our clients would be possible without Laura Jones. Laura Jones has been with our office for almost as long as there's been an office. I'm not her first offender. I may not be her last, I don't know. But everyone who has worked with Laura Jones recognizes her excellence in what she does. When I first came to this office and first met her, I realized how lucky I was, how lucky I am to have her by my side. She's the conscience of the office, she's the controller of the office, and she is a friend to everybody who works with her. And I just want to say that this award recognizes her for her public service, but it's also our way in the Federal Defender's Office of saying thank you, Laura, for what you've done for us, but most importantly for what you've done on behalf of the clients that we represent. Thank you very much, Ms. Laura Jones.
Thank you very much, Steve, for the honor of nominating me for this amazing award and for the CMBF for maintaining the tradition started by Franklin Polk 74 years ago. I am blessed with the good fortune of being with the Defender Office for more than 30 years and being able to serve under 4 selfless federal defenders: Edward Merrick, Michael Dane, Dennis Therese, and now Stephen Newman. Together with all of our coworkers in Cleveland, Akron, and Toledo, we are able to accomplish a great good, and that is to give a voice to those in need. I am very proud to be a member of the Federal Defender family. I am grateful that my children are able to be here for this presentation. All my love to you, Izzy and Zach, and to my mom, Virginia Watling, who is watching safely from home. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Ms. Jones. Our next presenter is the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor, Michael O'Malley, to present his nominee, John Cosko.
On behalf of the attorneys and staff of the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office, we proudly nominated John Cosko for the 74th Annual Franklin Polk Public Servant Award. John Cosko started in the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office in 1979. He was hired by John T. Corrigan in 1982. John briefly left the office in pursuit of insurance defense work, but realized that that was not his niche, and he returned. Today, he has completed 36 years as a Cuyahoga County prosecutor. Most people don't realize that the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office is one, if not the largest law firm in the state of Ohio. Currently, we have over 230 attorneys. We are known throughout the state for developing some of the finest litigators in this area. That starts with a mentoring program where experienced attorneys work with the newer hires. John has taken a forte, to a new forte where he proudly works with our new attorneys. Throughout his tenure, he has gravitated towards working with younger attorneys and mentoring them throughout our office. In his 36 years, he has worked in the juvenile unit, the general felony unit, the vertical prosecution unit, the major trial unit, where he tried numerous homicide cases in our county, and now he is a supervisor in Region 5 and is the coordinator of our mentoring program. In 1988, John had the blessing of marrying a fellow county prosecutor by the name of Nancy McDonald. Today she is Judge Nancy McDonald. They have been married for over 32 years. John has commented that she sat second chair to him at their first trial, and he has been sitting second chair to her since. John and Nancy have 3 wonderful children, including their daughter Helen, who is a nurse at Cleveland Metro Health, their son John, who is a dedicated public servant with the Cleveland Police Department, and their daughter Jane, who works at PNC Bank. Again, our office unanimously nominated John for his work and dedication over 36 years in our office. There is no finer public servant, there is no finer husband, and there is no better father. In our office, there is no better mentor. I proudly nominate John Cosko for this award. Thank you, John, for your dedication.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you for that kind introduction. I'd like to thank the CMBA for this award. It's a great honor. I also want to thank Mike for nominating me. I also want to thank Lisa Williamson, the first assistant in the prosecutor's office, and our number one trial attorney in the prosecutor's office, Anna Ferrelia. I know that they helped in putting together the nomination. And I want to acknowledge my lovely wife, Nancy McDonald. Before she became a judge, Nancy was an assistant county trial lawyer, assistant county prosecutor, and she was great. And over the years, whenever I'm in trial or whenever I have a problem, I've come to her. I've counted on her for her advice and support. I'd also like to acknowledge the people I supervise in the general felony unit. They're a dedicated bunch. They do all the work. I always tell them, I'm just the first base coach. You got to run the bases. And they do a great job at that. I also want to acknowledge all the veteran prosecutors that when I was a new prosecutor, took their time to show me and teach me and pound into me how to be a good trial lawyer. Every criminal case in Cuyahoga County is captioned State of Ohio versus whatever the defendant's name is. Legally, the prosecutor's client is the state of Ohio. But in reality, the prosecutor's client is the victim of that crime in the case that he or she is prosecuting. Every crime has a victim. But you don't hear a lot about victims in the media. There are no public demonstrations or marches to support them, no protests advocating for them, no news headlines, no national anxiety over the fate of crime victims. And I have seen firsthand the devastating and tragic impact that crime has on victims and their families. So who speaks for the crime victim? It's the prosecutor that does. So I am proud to be on that team that takes the side of the victim. And I am grateful I have had the opportunity to do that work. So I accept this award not just for myself, not just for the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office, but for every prosecutor from east, west, north, and south who makes it their mission to seek vindication and justice for the crime victim. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Our next nominee is from the Cuyahoga County Probate Court. That's Sylvia Luna. Her award is being accepted today by Linda Lewis. Judge Anthony Russo will introduce Ms. Lewis and tell you a little bit about his nominee, Ms. Luna. Thank you, Judge Russo.
Thank you, Mr. Cronenberg. Nice to see you.
Pleasure to see you also.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to be here today. I want to thank you all for joining us from home or from work, by Zoom or by Facebook. Our honoree this afternoon is Sylvia Luna. This lovely lady is certainly a jack of all trades, having worked in no less than 5 different court departments. In fact, she probably knows more about court operations than I do. She could almost be a one-stop probate shop. Need a marriage license? See Sylvia. Need a certified copy? See Sylvia. Need a journal entry? See Sylvia. Need a friendly, smiling face? See Sylvia. She's currently a deputy clerk in our data entry department, which manages the flow of all fiduciary appointments and certified records in more than 12,000 estate, guardianship, and trust cases filed in our court each year. If that isn't enough to keep her busy, Sylvia, born in Puerto Rico and fluent in Spanish, has also served as our court's volunteer translator. We have received many letters of appreciation from the public over the years, thanking her for her kindness and professionalism in this regard. When we nominated Sylvia for this award, as I have done in all previous award recipients, I went to our senior magistrate, Richard Gideon, to provide me with some personal information on Sylvia for this speech. After a couple days, Richard texted me back, This woman could work for the CIA. I got nothing on her. We were finally able to figure out, however, that Sylvia is married, the mother of 3 children and 6 grandchildren, all of whom she adores. She loves spending time with her family and going shopping, especially for shoes. I've never been to Sylvia's house, but based on reports from her co-workers, she must have quite a huge closet to accommodate all those shoes. Sylvia is an excellent employee and a top-notch individual. We're proud to have her as a member of our probate court family for so many years. It's my pleasure to nominate Sylvia Luna as this year's winner of the Public Service Merit Award for the Probate Court. Unfortunately, due to a recent illness, Sylvia was not able to be present with us today. At Sylvia's request, Ms. Linda Lewis, Sylvia's current supervisor and a previous recipient of this award, will accept the award on Sylvia's behalf and present some brief remarks prepared by Sylvia. Sylvia, we wish you well, and we miss you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge Russo. And we at the bar also hope that Sylvia recovers quickly.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Linda Lewis, and I am the supervisor of the Quality Assurance Department at Probate Court. And I will be reading this speech for Sylvia Luna. She is unable to attend this special event due to an illness she is battling. She is also my co-worker and friend, and it is my honor to do this for her. This is a picture of Sylvia and her father. Since she couldn't be here, I thought I'd bring a picture of her so she could be here. I would like to tell her at this time how everyone at work misses her, and tell her how everybody is thinking of her and wishing her a quick recovery. So I will read the speech as if Sylvia was reading out. Good afternoon, my name is Sylvia Luna. I would like to thank everyone for being here during this difficult time. I would like to thank the Bar Association, Judge Russo, Judge Gallagher for this special nomination. A very special thanks to my family, my husband of 33 years, Tony, my two daughters, Julia and Jessica, and my son, Ariel, and my 6 beautiful grandchildren who are a great joy in my life. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Puerto Rico and came to the United States with my family at age 2. I married my high school sweetheart. I was a mother and a stay-at-home mother and a wife, and volunteered at my children's elementary school. That is when I met one of my children's teachers. She told me of a great opportunity of a full-time employment. She said I would be a great asset to the court due to my bilingual in Spanish. I applied for the job and I was hired. I was so excited to start my career in probate. My first position was in microfilm. After a while, I transferred to marriage, and then I transferred to the data entry department, which is my current position. I was a little shy at first when I started probate, but this job has made such a difference in my life. I made great friends, and I love helping the public. My coworkers have become a second family to me. Sorry. My pastime is all kinds of shopping. My biggest weakness is shopping for shoes, as the judge says. I can never pass up a good sale, and I enjoy spending time with my family and my grandchildren. If I could walk away from this speech and give everyone here a word of advice, I would say enjoy life and live life to the fullest. You don't know when life can throw you a curveball, and I am fighting the fight of my life right now. But my family and coworkers have made a big difference in helping me during this difficult time. It is greatly appreciated, and it makes my heart smile. Thank you very much for this special honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda, and thank you, Sylvia and Judge Russo. Our next nominee is from the United States Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Ohio. And presenting his nominee, Renee Mackey, is U.S. Attorney, at least for the moment, Justin Herdman.
Okay, I'll take that as a compliment, I suppose.
Well, I'm told you're moving to Washington at some point, maybe.
There are a couple things in the works, so thank you. Appreciate that. Well, I am very proud to introduce Renee Mackey as our nominee out of the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Franklin Polk Award. Renee is quite literally the alpha and omega of our office in that she is the first face you see when you join our office, and she is quite often the last face that you see when you're on your way out. So I guess if things fall the right way, I might be joining that esteemed group of people who get to see Renee on the way out as well. So thank you for pointing that out. It is not lost on me that we have 200 employees in our office, and our human resources officers are essential to the well-being of each of those employees. And it's not just for the onboarding or offboarding process. It is also really a counseling role in many ways. And as Renee could tell you, I'm sure, she is often frequently the recipient of phone calls from employees who are concerned about everything from health care or the arrival of a new baby, life events like marriage or the passing of a loved one. And she really does become a close confidant of many of our employees because of her trusted role. So we are very, very lucky to have her not just as a public servant out of our office, but truly as a friend and someone to whom we look up to and we trust with some of the most intimate details of our lives. And she is very good at keeping confidences. I also want to say congratulations to Renee's mom. I know that you're watching at home, and we know how close you are. So I know that this is as much of an acknowledgement for you as it is for Renee, and we're very happy for both of you. So with no further ado, Renee, congratulations, and please come on up.
Elbow bump.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Renee.
Thank you. Hi. First, I'd like to thank Justice Hartman for nominating me for this award. I started my public service with the VA in November of 1984. I was hired as a personnel clerk under a temporary 700-hour appointment. After completing only 180 hours, I was converted to a permanent appointment. I stayed with the VA for almost about 5 years before transferring to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Fast forward 31 years, and here I am. I enjoyed working in HR for 35 years and have met and come to know many wonderful public servants, some who are past recipients of this award. So I would like to thank CMBA for this prestigious award that I'm honored to receive. Thank you. Stay safe.
Congratulations, Renee. Our next presenter from the Cuyahoga County Juvenile Division is Judge Thomas O'Malley, another one of the judges that lets me appear in front of him occasionally, and he's here to present his honoree, Tim McDevitt.
Thank you. On behalf of all the judges back at juvenile court, the employees that had the privilege to work with Tim that have left the court, and all those watching at 93rd and Quincy, congratulations, Tim. They made me promise to tell you that they all wish you the best and wish they could be here with you, but because of COVID, we have moved to a different format. To his wife, Amanda, his daughters, Abby, Molly, and Grace, to Tim's father and his brother, who I was informed are watching back in Fairview Park. Hopefully your brother got the Zoom up so he can watch this. You should all be very proud of Tim. Tim, I want to let you know that this is not a leg lamp award like in the Christmas movie. This is a major award that you're getting. As you have heard, Franklin Polk Award honors those that have improved the administration of justice, and Tim has done that for over 30 years. It was a true pleasure to work with Tim. I started in the court in January of 2007, and Tim probably doesn't remember this, but he was one of the first people that I met when I started there. If you ask anybody at juvenile court, they will describe Tim as a hardworking, nice man, and that's what he truly is. And Tim, you know, you didn't have to retire to get this award. I would have nominated you. I tried to get him to stay, but he wouldn't have anything to do with it. In 2009, Tim was promoted to Chief Probation Officer, and I had the privilege to be part of that decision. Then in 2016, he was elevated to Deputy Court Administrator, and we did all that before I knew he went to St. Ignatius High School. Question number 8 on the honoree questionnaire: what led you to career in public service? Tim's answer was, I really wanted to have a career that was focused on helping others. Well, he's done that, and it started with me. There were quite a few times when we'd be in meetings and some bizarre off-the-wall question would come up, and everybody would be looking at me. I'd be like, hey, ask Tim. Don't ask me. He knows everything. And sure enough, he would get the answer. Tim's one of those guys that you want in the back seat of the cash cab with you because he makes everybody around him look good. To Tim and his family, the entire juvenile court family wishes they could be here, but know they're all watching and wishing you well. We all know that you've changed the lives of thousands of Cuyahoga County children over the last 30 years and implemented programs and procedures that will continue long after we're all gone. First and foremost, I'm honored to call him my friend, and I'm honored to present him with the Franklin Polk Service Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge O'Malley. Tim.
First of all, thank you so much, Judge, for those kind words. I'd also like to thank the Bar Association for putting this on, not just this year, but every year. And it's a true honor to be among the people that are honored. There are so many great public servants, and to be one of those is something special. I've always said that working at juvenile court is a privilege. We get to help kids and families, and the better we do that, the safer our community becomes, just one kid at a time, one family at a time, and we help change lives. I can think of many things you could do with a career, many things you could do with hours of your life, but I can't think of many things better than that. And I've always been proud of the work we do at juvenile court. But I will say none of it would be at all possible without great leadership. And I've had the honor over the last 12 to 15 years to work under two great administrative judges, Judge O'Malley, Judge Sweeney, and then Judge O'Malley again. And I couldn't have been luckier. It just doesn't get better than that. And that includes the other judges as well at juvenile court. It's been an honor to serve all of them. I've also been extremely lucky to work for the last, again, 12, 15 years for three great court administrators, Ken Luzdia, Marita Kavalak, and Tess Neff, who are just not great court administrators. They're fantastic people from whom I learned so much every single day. Then there's a huge group of people who I could never name all of them, without whom I would not be standing here. All the people I worked with over the years who honestly made me look probably better than I was because of their dedication and hard work and intelligence. But I do have to mention a few, and I apologize to those who I'm going to leave out, but I have to mention Van Ward, Elise Tompkins, Bridget Gibbons, Sandy Spilker, Kristen Carino, Amy Justice, Sarah Tremont, LaTanya Mullins, Celeste Wainwright, Paul Miller, Carlos Robinson, Sarah Pubens, Melissa McDaniel, and there's 100 I'm leaving out. Thank you to all of them for giving me so much help over the years. My friends and family are here, so to my, and there are more watching at home, as Judge O'Malley said. To my friends, my siblings, they've known me all my life, and my in-laws, and they've given me guidance and love and support, and to that I say thank you. My dad is 92 years old, and he's watching at home, maybe, I hope. If he's not, my brother Michael's hearing about it, so sorry, Michael. But my dad taught me many, many things over the years, but three things were to always be a gentleman, always work hard, and to pray. And I learned those things from him, not just because he told me, but by his example. So thank you, Dad. And last but absolutely not least, my wife Mandy is here with our 3 daughters. And, you know, I was a PO for many years. I was in probably 1,000 homes. I know what an unhappy home feels like, as all the POs do. And you know what the tension is like. That was never for a day, for an hour, for a minute was that ever our home. Our home was always just filled with love and laughter and kindness. So thank you for that, Mandy. Thank you for that, girls. Mainly Mandy. Thank you very much, everybody. I love you very much.
Thank you, Tim. Congratulations, Tim. Enjoy your well-earned retirement. From the Cleveland Municipal Court Clerk's Office, we have a nomination from Clerk Earl B. Turner. Clerk Turner was unable to be here today, and he's asked his representative, Kimberly Bates, to introduce his nominee. Ms. Bates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm here today, Kim Bates. I am Chief of Staff for the Clerk of Court's office because Mr. Turner could but not be here. And I am honored today to be here to talk about Judy O'Leary. I've come to know Judy a little bit better recently because she works with me on an employee committee in our office. This committee we formed so that we could get input from our employees because of COVID-19 and make sure that as we make decisions, we're also getting the employees' input and perspective. Judy has always been outspoken, very positive person, very cheery person, but don't get it twisted because she also comes off as being very loyal and very protective of the people that are in her department, and I respect and appreciate that. So let me give you a little bit more information about Judy. Judy is one of 6 children. She has 3 daughters and 4 grandchildren. Judy is an avid Indians and Browns fan. She has often taken off from work a half a day to go see the Indians play an afternoon game with her friends. Judy started in the processing department, then moved on to cashiers, and then later to the docketing department, where she became the senior clerk or supervisor of that department. She is a subject matter expert for her department and has a great overall knowledge of the entire civil division and its workflows. She has been here through 4 computer conversions, if you can believe that, and she's very good at identifying computer problems. Judy exemplifies great customer service and going above and beyond to serve the public, and has a great rapport with the judges, the magistrates, and the court staff. When her staff was asked what they thought about Judy, here are some of the responses. Best supervisor I ever had. Huge assets to our department. Very fair and very much appreciated. Knowledgeable and helpful. And my personal favorite, she's like Channel 19, honest, fair, and everywhere. So it is with great pleasure and honor, Judy, that you were nominated for this. And so today, again, we congratulate you and thank you for your 30 years of service.
Thank you, Ms. Bates. Judy. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank Mr. Turner for nominating me for this award, and thank you, Kim Bates. Really, 30 years ago when I did start this job, I just thought it was just a job. But it ended up being a great experience, and working with the public and for the public was challenging and really fun. But I thought it was like one of the best experiences I've ever had. My 3 children are like the most wonderful thing I've ever had, and I would just like to thank you guys. Thank you.
And last but not least, last only by reason of the alphabet, so holding up the honor of the back end of the alphabet, being introduced by her boss, Cuyahoga County Clerk Byrd. Here is Billy Joe Wyma. Ms. Byrd, welcome. Good to see you.
Welcome. You didn't want to pronounce that first name, huh?
I screwed it up too many times.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anita Byrd, and for the past 5 years, I've had the honor and privilege of serving as Cuyahoga County Clerk of Courts. Today, I join others gathered here to extend our appreciation, accolades, and respect as we honor the stellar public servants who represent the very best of the best. We congratulate all of you on a job well done. I'm especially excited to introduce and present and to congratulate one of our very own from the Office of the Clerk, Billy Joe Wyma. Billy Joe has served the public as a representative of the Cuyahoga County Clerk of Courts for more than 20 years. She currently works as a legal account clerk 3 in the Journal and Data Entry Department. When Billy Joe was asked what career she might have pursued if not one of public service, she paused. She placed her hand on her heart, she smiled, and she said, "I've always enjoyed working with people. I have always seen myself working in public service." Our work in the area of public service is simultaneously rewarding and challenging. For more than the past 6 months, amid the pandemic of COVID-19, we've each adjusted and navigated a new life, a new normal. We've all done our daily tasks differently as we sought new ways to shop for groceries, to support our children who were out of school. We were all forced to postpone summer vacations, alter holiday events with family and friends, celebrate birthdays, and mourn losses in a very unusual and different way. Yet we, especially in the clerk's office, have remained consistent in our service to our communities. Stephen Convey, an American educator and author, said, "The key is not in spending time, but investing in it." Billy Joe, your investment of time through your service with the County Clerk of Courts office and to members of our community is a testimony to your dedication and to your words. You are an inspiration to all of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your contributions and for the outstanding work that you do every day. And most importantly, congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Berg. Billy Joe.
Hi, I'd like to thank Nayla Bird for this nomination. I really appreciate it. And most importantly, through my life, through my years, I've been able to meet a lot of great people that I've worked with who have helped me out tremendously, who are in the same field as I am. I just want to say thank you for the opportunity and being able to be a part of something bigger than myself. Thank you.
Thank you. Normally at this point I'd be thanking everyone who's here, watching them leave, hundreds of people. Don't have that privilege this year, but I do have to say a couple things before I introduce our last speaker. First of all, contrary to my wife's expectation, I could stand still in one place for about an hour. So, secondly, as I was standing here, I was reminded of something that used to be said by a well-known criminal defense lawyer who I had the privilege of knowing during his life and service, Stanley Tolliver. When you'd say to Stan, "Good to see you," he'd say, "Better to be seen and not viewed." Today, since we're on video, we're being seen and viewed. So thank you all for allowing me to be seen and viewed. And with that, it's my pleasure to introduce, for the end of this program, the chair of this year's Public Servants Awards Committee, Mike Riley, a partner with McDonald Hopkins. Mike.
Thanks, Jacob. It's been a privilege to serve as the chair of the Public Servants Merit Awards Committee this year. And I must say I'm inspired by the work done by all of our award recipients and a little humbled by all the eloquence that we heard today. Very inspiring. And speaking of public service and eloquence, I would like to thank you, Jacob.
Oh, thank you.
Jacob Cronenberg, you've been our MC for a long time. I don't know how many of those 74 years, but a lot of them.
I don't know either, but
Yeah.
anybody's guess.
And so it takes a special talent to manage these presentations, and you've done so with professionalism and efficiency and good humor for many years. So thank you for that, Jacob.
My pleasure.
I hope to see you at the Westin next year.
Let us all hope so.
Mark your calendar. Even in ordinary times, it takes a lot of work to get this event pulled off. Of course, this year it was different, but my thanks to my fellow committee members for all their input and efforts to help us pull this off. Also, thanks to the professional staff at the bar, extraordinary as always, and to the leaders of our courts and our government offices who took the time to make these nominations, to tell these stories, and to help us put together an event which we hope was safe and also memorable and an appropriate tribute to these honorees. Allow me to tell you about two more great events before we leave. Next up is the Halloween Run for Justice, which this year will give you a chance, regardless of where you live, the chance to run, walk, bike, swim, kayak, golf, yoga your way through the entire month of October, helping to raise critical funds and awareness while having a lot of fun in the process. So watch for the Halloween Run for Justice. And then later in February, it will be our signature annual fundraiser, Rock the Foundation, which this year turns a sweet 16. Details on both of these events are available on our website, Facebook, LinkedIn, and other email boxes coming near you. Finally, one last announcement regarding a chance to celebrate one of Cleveland's longest-serving public servants, one of our most accomplished judges with nearly 30 years of service on the bench. 8th District Court of Appeals Judge Patricia Blackman will be retiring in early 2021. To celebrate this milestone, friends and colleagues have planned a retirement party for Judge Blackman on the evening of Thursday, February 4th. 2021. Details about how you can be a part of that celebration for Judge Blackman's career will be available on the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association's website and several other outlets. Our thanks and congratulations to Judge Blackman. Let me give a final thanks to our recipients for all their career contributions. Thank you for your work on behalf of our community and for your leadership. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby conclude the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Foundation's 74th Annual Franklin A. Polk Public Servants Merit Awards ceremony. We hope to see you soon. Stay safe and have a great day.